What's up, Swig Squad? T with the Diva here. Today, I'm coming to you with my review from Jaguar Wright and Sam Odom Jr.'s interview. This is Jaguar Wright's son, her youngest son. You know, the oldest son was unfortunately murdered, and she always speaks about him. But this young man, his name is Sam Odom Jr., and they call him Deuce. And she says he's autistic. You'd have to watch the interview to see his mannerisms. I don't feel like it's autism. He's a little different, but unbelievably intelligent. I'm talking about, I needed a thesaurus to look at the interview. The boy is smart. I know one thing, she should be very, very proud to say that she raised a young man so intelligent. He's so intelligent, like way beyond his years. So the interview begins. He starts off speaking about transitioning from his dad to Jaguar Wright's house. He says that around 2015, his mother started to allegedly kidnap him. So I guess when it came time to trade him back with his dad, because they shared custody of him, and when it was time to trade him back with his father, she decided she didn't want to. So he said that he's triggered by instability. He said there's no way that anyone should experience being evicted or homeless upwards of 4 to 5 times in a lifetime. He said that's something you should only experience once, and I think I agree with him. But he's experienced it several times. He said the way that he would describe his mother in this interview is vastly different from that of before. He said he's not autistic. He said he has a very high cognitive function. He is socially awkward at best, but he's not autistic. He said he vividly remembers the 4th eviction. He said that someone named Danny Robertson commented and said the Jag staged. So the last time that they were set out, I think that they were leaving Texas, I believe. Don't quote me. But they were actually set out. He said that he called her the night before and told her about the letter that they put on the door to say that they would be evicted. And he said that she was out and she advised him not to worry about it. So don't worry about it. I'll handle it when I get home. So he said, he's like, okay, she'll handle it. And he said the next day they woke up to having the sheriffs put their things out. So he said that he was disappointed that he looked through all those bags because she was looking for her purse so that she could find her ID so that she could get a truck. Well, Danny Robertson, I think this is a YouTuber, made comments that said that she staged that and that she put the purse in a bag where he wouldn't be able to find it, and when she was ready for him to find it, he found it. And this was all on live, because I remember that her mom was outside, her elderly mom was outside. They are outside in the bags, and it was just, she was just recording this on live the whole entire time. Their whole entire set out was on Instagram Live or YouTube Live or whatever live it was. It was on live. She recorded it. He says that he separates his mother into 2 people. He said he loves Jacqueline. That's her real name. He said, but he hates Jaguar Wright. He said, and he defines her in these 5 things. These are the 5 things that he describes her as. He says she's over possessive siren. She is a vindictive thief. Number 3, dead son of narcissism. She's a hyperbolic criminal who blows things out of proportion. And number 5, y'all, wait on it. He said she is a prostitute. He just said number 5, she was a prostitute. That's what he said, period, in a nutshell. And Tasha told him, you are a hell of a storyteller. He said that, she said, you have a hell of a storytelling element, just like your mother. He said she uses him as a pawn with her own family. He said that he believes that the industry used Jag as a sacrifice. He said she has admitted to him that she cheated on his dad. Who would do that? Who's that trifling? You know I cheated on your daddy. You know I was around on your daddy and I was underneath. Like what? I'm really transparent with my kids too. You know, my kids know a lot about my past, but some stuff you just gonna keep in the vault. You just don't wanna, open those conversations up or allow your kids to see you in that light. Like some things are just, I was growing up, I was young, I was just stupid, I was trying, I made mistakes. Some stuff is just, oh, you was trifling. Oh yeah, you was like really trifling for real. He said that she was stealing from her mother, her now deceased mother. She was siphoning money from her ex-husband. And he drew everything that he thinks his mother has become. One of them was he said a succubus. My mother is a succubus, a demon. He said he once thought she was a good person, but she was invested by a hive of demons. That's what he said about her. He said she converted to a full-on demoness because she was very spoiled growing up. He said that the sun rose and set on her. Her parents would give her everything, would give her the world. And he said that this is what children become when their parents give them the world and don't believe that they don't stink. He said that she is floating right in front of the pits of hell. He said her vocal cords have been shifted away. He said if you spoil a kid, they will become Jaguar Wright. That's exactly what he said. He said one time she beat him with an extension cord. She said she tried to turn him against his family. She abused his brother. She called her mother a bitch. He said she really broke her mother's heart when she said that. When she called her a bitch when they were on the phone conversing. And she told her that that's what she thought of hers. And he said that she would beat him with an extension cord. And he could remember that it was 2009. He was 7 years old. He said when his grandpa Norman passed away, she took it out on him. And beat him with an extension cord. And he said he will never forget that. And that's one of the reasons why he just does not like her. Because of memories like that. He said he can never stand by a demonic prostitute. Y'all should have seen Tasha's face. It was so funny. She was like, it was so funny. Her facial expressions were hilarious. Like, because he was really like talking like stern serious. He never cracked it. He never chuckled. Never. And she was just looking at him like, do you really want to say that? Like, this is what she's saying to him. Like, you know I'm airing this, right? You know, she was so geeked when he kept talking because she was like, this about to be good. Oh, I can't wait to play this one. Because this boy when I tell you he didn't hold nothing back, he didn't hold nothing back. He said, don't dismiss his words for AI. Because, you know, she'll try to make up something. Tasha made my son out of AI. That's the AI. That's not really him. She made AI. She did AI on him. He said, no, that's really him. He said, and you can't tell me that I'm not your son and you not my mother. Because from what I understand, allegedly, that's what she used to tell her first son when she got mad at him. She would tell him that she wasn't his mother. He said, I got the birth certificate and I got you and my dad's name on it. Thank you. Tasha K tells him, she lets him know that when the interview hits that it will be hard, you know, because of the things that he was saying. And he said he's not blaming the public. She told him that his stories are really captivating. He said he's a modern day anything else. So he had a folder with pictures that he had drawn to describe his mother. And it was just, I would hate it if my kids felt like that. So, you know, he started discussing how, you know, he hates that BT and everything has reduced everything to sex tales. Everybody's twerking, and he said that we can't save our own people who are straight. You know, he was just talking. He said he's more like a Albert Einstein or a Stephen Hawking. They look at the world different, and they can bring something different to the world. Now, this is when I wanted to go through the computer. I just wanted to hug that little boy so tight. That boy said, the last conversation he had with Jaguar Wright. That's another thing. Jaguar Wright is very intelligent herself. She just don't do good all the time with her intelligence. But she asked him if he could be any piece on the chess game, what would he be? And he said, if I were to be anything, I would be the board. He said, a pawn is obvious. He said, the pawn is obvious. But for a king, the entire game rests on his shoulders. And he is in control of the players. The one constant in the game of chess is the board. He says every bishop, every rook, every knight, every king, and every queen on that 8x8 grid, the players work in, he said, within the bounds of the grid. And he said that I would want to be the board. I said, you know what? You better say it, young man. Go. You better go on. He said in war, the most important thing is your intelligence. He said, why strive to be a piece that is controlled by something else? You can be the very thing that dictates how far something will go. When I tell y'all, he's so intelligent beyond his years. He's so smart. He's so intellectual, such a wordsmith. Such a wordsmith. He is very articulate. Like I said, just wise beyond his years. I really enjoyed the interview. I have watched it like 3 times already because just to hear him speak is totally amazing. And although him and Jaguar Wright aren't in a good place right now, I really hope that she is very proud of what she created. In all, she created him. Manipulated him, manipulated his dad, tried to keep him from his grandmother, disrespected her mother in front of him, disrespected her sisters, his aunts. As much as he may despise her, she should be very proud of that creation, because that boy is definitely going somewhere. And Tasha also told him, she said, I want you to come back. And we don't have to speak about your mother, but we can speak about some experiences that you've gone through as a result of the wrath of your mother. And he said that he sure would. And she told him, I know you're going to go far. And let me know when you start running the country and where it's at, because I'm coming. Because I'm telling, that's just how his conversation was. That's just how advanced his conversation was. I really enjoyed it. I really did, Swag Squad. So yeah, I will get back with y'all later, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And this is Tea with the Diva. See you.